He's getting a weigh-in today, and so that's why we've got Lucky on the scale. So we're actually starting our enrichment here with Lucky cooperating, of course they always do, getting him on the scale, and he got a few peanuts so he could stand on the scale for just a minute, and a staff member inside could get his weight. Well, now he decided to sit down and take his time a little bit, so now we'll just wait for him to finish his little snack there before he gets something else. He's looking at, well, who's got the most interesting thing? Well, now we're going to lay down. Well, this is interesting. Lucky's laying down. Guaranteed to get a good weight on this guy. I'd like to welcome everybody out in the World Wide Web here, all you folks worldwide listening to me today, and for you people at the North American Bear Center, everything I say is going on around the world can hear and listen and learn about black bears. Well, we have Lucky. He's actually laying, or sitting, I should say, in the cedar pile. Our intern just threw the block or cube out. This is the one enrichment toy that sometimes will frustrate Lucky, although it looks like he's, no pun intended, he's on a roll now. This tends to frustrate him if he doesn't get it to roll. This cube has 2 holes in it. It's the only way the little food will come out. And if it doesn't start coming out right away, he gets mad, or maybe frustrated is a better word. And then he tends to pick it up and slam it to the ground, hoping that that will improve his chances of getting a few more nuts. So, as I said, he was sitting in the cedar. Put a cedar pile out, really. Right now, it's, if you look at me, I'm kind of itching and scratching with some mosquitoes here. Mosquitoes are out, black flies are out, and without a breeze, they can get to you. So they also get to the bears. And the oil in cedar and cedar chips is a natural deterrent, which is where the mosquitoes and the bugs tend to get them. I'd like to draw attention to the youngster here, our 7-year-old male, who's, well, he's really manipulating that cube, and now he's, he almost had it. He's going to take it in the woods. That was his goal. He had his mouth over the hole, and now it's probably going to go in the water. Lucky has a habit of taking things into the woods, and when I said, what he had done is he had opened his mouth wide enough to actually put a couple teeth into the hole, and he's done that to a whole watermelon, and he's done it to some other toys as well. And I'm not sure if that's his goal right now or not, but surely had he not lost it out of his mouth, it would have been in the woods. He did that last week twice during, and we picked it up within a moment after we put it out, and just walked very nicely into the woods, and that was the end of that. So decent size. Well, he just put his mouth around it, picked it up, immediately walked to the woods. So that was the end of that enrichment. But by the way, he did eat it eventually. We did find it, and he did eat it. They do like watermelon, in fact. They don't eat the rind, but they eat the insides, which is the red meat that you see in a watermelon. Lucky's a 7-year-old male. And we have over here on my right, we have Honey in the corner here. And it's been an interesting afternoon. Hours ago we had Lucky over here at about 1 o'clock. Not overly visible to the people on the deck, but he was climbing a couple trees and we heard a couple branches crack and whatever. He didn't fall, he did not fall, but he broke a couple nice branches, good sized branches. And he was up probably a good 25 feet maybe, would be my guess. Just having a good time, and he's also spent some time, according to Honey, irritating her. She has come into estrus, and so Lucky has been extremely interested in Honey, and Honey has allowed Lucky to get a little closer, but she's not that interested. So she's kind of just... She was on the open area over here, which we call the mound, that's got some really nice grass. Right before 4 o'clock here, she was laying in the grass and actually eating grass in the shade there, just having a good time. And right before 4 o'clock now, we called Lucky and he came down, and then she moved, and of course Lucky had to stop where she had been laying, and it smelled really good to him, so a little bit and smell that area where Honey had been. I want to talk about our 2.5 acres here. When you're on the deck here at the North American Bear Center, you can see all the open area to the far left, extreme left at the end of the deck over there. That's what we call our clover patch. It is full of clover. We did that last year. The mission was built, and we've seen Lucky and Ted over there many times just laying it over and eating it. It is a favorite food of theirs. Haven't seen Honey so much go over there, but we have seen Ted and Lucky. And with the 2.5 acres here, once you see the tree line, all the leaves out, but Lucky was over here at about 1 o'clock playing in some trees and breaking some pretty large branches. He's been doing that about the last week. And I want to talk a little bit about Holly Bear. For the deck, but we had a little setback with her. She does not want to come out of her pen right now. She seems a little anxious, and so she has spent the majority of the day in her pen, and we're going to go up there here after 4 o'clock, play with. And I will actually be broadcasting from her location. This microphone will reach. This microphone will reach. Lucky is right. To give me, or am I going to go over there and bother Honey? It took him a while to make up his mind, and I put my hands up so not to confuse him that he's either going to go visit Honey or he's going to have some peanuts that Sharon happens to be giving him. But back to Holly. Enrichment, and as I was saying to our worldwide listeners, this microphone does work up there. You will be able to hear me up there. and you will be able to, if you switch cameras, and I'm kind of talking worldwide information for those of you here at the Bear Center. If you're on the PTZ camera right now, which I assume many of you are watching me, and cameras to the Holly Den Cam, but many of you are so good at this that you run a split screen. I know how you folks are out there in North American Bear Center virtual world out there. You're great at managing multiple windows on your computer. That when we do leave here, I will go off mic for maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and we will reappear up at Holly's pen and give her something, some enrichment as well, and give her something to have fun with. We think that Lucky and her were playing together. We just sure, but they were out together for. And she put herself in her enclosure about 4:30 last night. We did not encourage her to go in. She just found her way there, and she knows that's a place that she's safe and comfortable. And so she's having to rethink whether she wants to come out today or not. So we're going to go up and visit her. Keeping in mind this is all about Holly and her trusting us and learning to interact with 3 other bears. So I'm going to go off mic here for a few minutes, maybe as much as 5. And for those of you that want to stay online with this broadcast, I will go off mic, but cameras on your computer or laptop, and hopefully you'll see us up at the Holly area here in about 5 minutes. I want to thank everybody here at the North American Bear Center as well for coming to the North American Bear Center. We're open until 7 o'clock today. It's a beautiful day here in Ely, Minnesota. It must be about 73 to 75 degrees, no wind, really nice light fluffy clouds. Just a great summer day, a great day to be learning about bears, the wilderness, through looking at the exhibits here at the North American Bear Center, as well as the 2 BBC documentaries that we have in our theater here at the Bear Center. So I'm going to sign off and I'll be back in probably